with their flags waving. No, they come with their stealthness. They're coming with their stealthness, waiting, 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 just for you to let your guard down. And when you've let your guard down, that is when they will attack. So let's be alert out there. Let's be alert out there. Campaign for truth and justice. Everyone should line up behind that flag there, so. Everybody. And when you finish line up behind that flag there's other things that you should line up behind too. Right? Where is our strength? Our strength is within us. Build yourself every day and in every way. We don't have no retirement plan because we don't ever retire. We keep going right until the end, the last drop of life, the last drop of standing is here. We keep going right to the end. Galaxy of we.net. Where you there? Where you there? I want to know from all of you out there. Where you there? 0203 289 6504.
Why do the good die young? Too many leave unsung. Gone in their prime, but there's no right time. When we revere them, so many good die young. You touch so many hearts. We hold you in high regard. You were so full of life. We wonder why you're here no longer. So many could die young. No one could ever replace you. My mind will never erase you. Everyone knows the things come to an end, but I still miss you, my friend. No one could ever replace you. My mind could never erase you. Everyone knows that things come hurting, but I'll still miss you, my friend. I've learned that life moves fast. For live every day, it's your last. In the blink of an eye, it could be goodbye. The end of your journey, so many good. Are young. So many could die young.
What a day. What a day. What a day.
Think about that long time since we had a nice time. Think about that. This is my heart to rock you still. I gave you love anytime you're ready. This little heart in me
Welcome, sunrise.
just won't let me be.
As the daylight comes, let it invigorate us.
So won't you rock with me? A long time. We not have no time. You. Think about that. A long time. Down the feeling so how still you feel if you know to hold your hand. This little heart in me that just won't let me be. But I'm going to jump and shout. So won't you come with me? Time. We not have no nice time. You. Think about that. A long time since we had a nice time. You. Think about that.
Yeah. Long time, yes, long time. Oi, sunrise coming up now. Sunrise coming up here in the London town here. It's a little bit wet. I know that there's many who's anticipating the breeze. The breeze is up in the north of the land. It's not gonna come down here, sir. We're not getting anything down here. Okay? All right. what is it with some people? They feel they look on one little box and then they say, oh, it's gonna be a dangerous winds and it's gonna be blowing and everything. Not gonna tell you something. No, we might get a cool breeze, down here, but nothing like how they're gonna be experiencing it, or they are experiencing it up there, so way up in the top of the country. Okay, so we're not getting anything like that down here. It is though wet. Okay, we are getting rain, but nothing on the predicted mass as what others are experiencing at this particular time. And I would also say, please, if you are in that region up there, sir, right up in the north of England, there, sir, right, please ensure that you are in a safe place. Think of your family first. Think of your life first, right? No need to be brave and strong. Put yourself and your family first. Get to a safe place, okay? Get as far away from the troublation as you possibly can. Look for those who are also incapacitated, right? Help them, help your neighbor, help your friend them as well, right? Children, please be cooperative with your parent them, right? Because I know all some are on can go on, so right. Be cooperative with your parents them, right? And ensure that you are not causing any type of disturbances so that they will get confused in the fact that they are looking for your safety as well, right? So for all those up there who are experiencing that, that's what we are looking for, to come down and be safe, right? Be safe, okay? I know it may affect a few and it may affect a many, right? But anyhow, but as for us down here in the south of England, right? We're only gonna get some autumnal rains for the day. Okay, so dress accordingly if you have to go on the road, right? And also remember, this is the time of the year when everything starts to close down and ease down a bit as well, right? So if you're out, buy 1 and 2 items that you can put into your freezer so that you don't have to go out so much on road. Yeah. Okay. Ensure that the items that you have in your freezer them. Oh, and by the way, let me tell you something else. If you haven't defrosted your freezer and fridge and all them things there, right, over the summer period, do it right now. Do it right now, right? Because remember, as much as what you feel, say, oh, them things they will last and last and last. But the fact is if your freezer and fridge is overpack, it has to work harder. It has to work harder. Okay? And that means that you are burning up more energy. Yeah. We talk about energy again now. Burning up so much more energy, right? So please do yourself a favor, right? Defrost all that big ice build up on the back of your freezer and all them things there. Let it ease off now, right? And then, right, stock yourself with some fresh produce. Get some like them vegetable and all them things there. Freeze them yourself if you can, right? And ensure that you are rotating them as well. That means that you're eating the older rather than the newer, right? Just rotate them on a bi-monthly basis. Okay, right? So let's do that. And if you want them meat stuck there, right? Just buy 1 and 2 items that you can put in there to store, and then it build up over the time so that you don't have to burden yourself over the holiday periods and everything else to go buy some big hunker shopping and all them things there, because you have your things already there. So and you don't have to go and heavy stock up because of the holiday periods as well. Okay, all right. So there's a little piece of advice there that you can take from me and the Galaxy family. Okay, right.
Some cry, some smile, some fight
For the people who's going through some hardship right now, oh boy, it cries, man.
We survive, yet still hold the faith, unchangeable, Lord, unchangeable. Hey, matter how the dollar might stack up, me still not change. Me, I go stay rough. In the giddy and you have to buckle up your lace, be smart, don't be a prof, no. Life it's a journey, it's a long race. Mama says, son, be wise and don't bring disgrace. So me take up the broom and start sweep the place. Cause all these ways, they got to get erased. I love to me people that me embrace. The truth are the truth and that can't erase. So hell to all of those who want hate. Just send me to finish this race. So we ain't giving up now. We put up a fight. We got to be ready. First I'm getting treated. Just say, don't you worry. See the puppy love, we got to be ready. First I'm getting treated. So we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray. No, not a evil can harm us. Them think we don't know, we just a warm up. Yeah, nothing on mind us. So me tell the youth hold on, tell mama be strong. Jackie, have faith in God, me no know about man. Long time them a try bring me down, and I just know from a very young. Chat me every day with them funny tongue. Them a watch me on the telly now. Oh, yeah, giving up now. We put up a fight. We got to be ready. Cause time's getting tricky. Just said, don't you worry. Be the hungry Lord. We got to be ready. Cause time's getting tricky. We pray, we are dying, we are dying, we pray, we are dying, we pray, we pray, we are dying, we are dying. No, you're way now. If ever lost someone in love. Yeah, you got it, cause you do it so much. Yeah, we fight cause you know that it ain't no giving up, no. We rise to the top cause we know what it takes. So we ain't giving up, no. We put up a fight, we got to be ready. Cause time's getting tricky. Just say, don't you worry.
Interesting.
We got to be ready. Cause time's getting tricky. We pray, we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray.
Mm-mm. Mm. Mm. See that? See that? All right. Then. Let me tell you something, beautiful, beautiful. That we have the technology to just come with this, because obviously, this thing here, we can be dragged into it and dragged through it at the same time. Yeah. Hold on, let me see me find it again now. We're in there. We're in there. All right, then let me just see if I can find this message here. And I'm gonna read this one out. I'm gonna read this one out. Hold on, let me just see if I can just better come up again now. You see? I see it here. See it here. Right. Here we are. Let's say this is a message. This is a message to counteract that video there. So I won't say counteract. No, no, no. I won't say counteract. So it says, I am an Israelite. All right. My community lives in the hills of Yenda. Yeah, sorry, Yehunda, and is in the defense of the land of the people that live in Israel. This land in Northeast Africa. Thus, while I am appalled at the murder of the people in Gaza and the current villages surrounding Gaza, if we recognize the great river of Egypt to the Euphrates River to the biblical Israel, then all Israelites must stand up when bombed are landing in our neighborhood. This does not make me against the Palestinian people, but out of my own security, we must defend our home. You see now? Oy. You know, when I say that people can be dragged or drawn into a battle and a war, this is the thing now. You have on one hand people who don't really like you are living right beside you. People who don't like you are living right beside you. And then on the other side of that, you are the people who want to go murder you, but you are in the middle. You are that little thing in the middle. So what you do? What do you do? Just like the storm, step aside. Let them go fight. Let them go fight themselves, man. Let them go fight themselves. That's my feeling. Now. Let them go fight themselves. Why am I gonna defend you? Why am I gonna defend you against what? Against others. Huh? I was watching a documentary yesterday. Actually, no, was it yesterday? few days ago. Yeah, it was a few days ago. I was watching a documentary a few days ago. And it was obviously based around, you know, like, because of the Black History Month, you're getting all these documentaries and things. And I'm picking and choosing because many of them, I would say the majority of those things what have been shown to us have been repeats. But anyhow, and then this one was about a young man who was in the Marines. He like many of my school friend them, right? They left from school and went into the armed services, right? But this young man, he was influenced by his family members because they were also in the armed services, right? And he always wanted to be a Marine and everything else. So, you know, when as a young man, he position himself in train, position himself, and got himself into the armed services, right? You know, that's his choice of what he want to do. But there were some disturbances, what he was mentioning, right? And the thing is, he was speaking his truth. He was speaking his truth, right? And in his statements, he said that while he was there, he never experienced any form of racism. And it's only when he came out of the army services or away from the services, like, you know, into the public arena, he realized that people could be racist. He said that he experienced more racism outside of the army service where he was than to when he was within them. And obviously within the unit that he was in, he was the only black in most of the scenarios that he was facing. He was the only black person. So therefore, when they gave him his medals, because obviously he got severely injured, anyhow, lost a leg and an arm, right? And he almost lost the second leg as well. So when they gave him his medals and everything like this now, is when the reality licked down. Yeah. And because obviously, you know, he did what he can do, and he got his prosthetic limbs and everything like this. And he fought to get back to what he could say to maintain and sustain a normal life. You know, he has a family. He has a family with a few children and everything else, married and everything. But he says that it is harder outside of the service than what it is within. And he says that is the only time, that is his worst battle. That is his worst battle. So what I'm taking from that, what I am gonna take from that, right, and give to us as the Galaxy family, that we are in a battle, constant battle, continuously. And I'm not saying this to blow smoke up you and, you know, to raise you up or raise up your blood pressure and all them things there, right? Because as you know, we got members of the family who get up with them blood pressure high already. We got members like that already. But I'm just bringing an awareness that we have to take this thing serious, you know. We have to take it serious, right? That we are in a constant battle. Just like how that young boy there gave almost his life. He gave his life for a place that he said, and he mentioned this many times. He mentioned it. He said, for the land that I live, England. Right? I fight for England. Right? Further down into that documentary, there were other veterans, right? In other words, people who have retired from active service. And then they said they were saying that how could they feel proud to be a military veteran, and then next minute you're having to face racists on a daily basis, or racism on a daily basis. Why are we facing this on a daily basis? What was the point of going to war to fight for this land, and then they're going to turn around and treat you like you are the enemy, or worse than the enemy? And the thought that what came to my mind is, if they faced the bullets and the attacks on the front line, would they return the same way? Especially if they look to the left and the right, and they see the person who's there, who they have to rely on to save their lives, look like me? Would they have the same attitude? Remember Mary Seacow and all of those grateful soldiers when she went out there on the front line, not the back line, but she went on the front line to see to their welfare, and they showed their appreciation. They showed their appreciation. This is why we have to be in appreciation of our frontline warriors right now, those who are standing up and defending ourselves, our people. Be in appreciation of that, Sister Liz. Grand risings, my sister. Grand risings.
Rising, brother. Grand rising, family.
Right. You have to start. If you can start your volume a bit better, I don't know if it are you.
Grand rising, brother Aston. Grand rising, family.
That's a lot better. That's a lot better. See what a few inches can change. Hey, stop them talking. Hey, Leo. Grand risings, my sister. Things that have happened over the last few hours since we parted. Yeah. Why word? I'm hearing say that some on the demonstration that we passed through yesterday.
Yeah.
That one of the sisters and one of the brothers has been attacked separate incidences, by individuals in the area as well,
Individuals that look like us?
Yes. So this is why I'm talking battlefield tactics right now. Yeah. Right? That we have to be aware at all times. Putting ourselves out here in the public forum. We have to be aware at all times. And we also we have to show support for those who put ourselves, for those who put themselves out on the front line as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because if we don't show our support, it can be disheartening. It can
Yes.
be extremely disheartening.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so therefore, I'm just asking for all those who know of those who are doing the works to give acknowledgement
Mm-hmm.
and support. When you're called to do a demonstration or something like this, attend.
Mm, mm, mm,
Make the time,
mm,
take the time, and attend.
mm,
It's not a case of just going up there to just who ha ha who, right?
mm,
There are
mm,
actions that what has to be taken,
mm,
right? We have to
mm,
sign petition, attend meetings.
mm,
You understand?
mm,
Right? Make our
mm,
presence known.
mm,
Make our presence known. You know.
mm,
So
mm.
anyhow, just saying that just hopefully that those who have been unfortunately attacked, that they will be able to receive uh, uh, good medical attention
Yeah.
and also recovery as well.
Mm, mm, mm,
So yeah,
mm,
boy, I tell you, this is one thing after another. One
mm.
thing after another with our
The,
lives.
the question that I ask is, were they attacked because they are making an impact?
Mm,
So those who are going out there today still go,
mm,
because they wouldn't have troubled them if nothing was happening. If they weren't making a noise, there would be no ripple.
mm,
So those who are going out there, just be aware that we don't all agree,
mm,
and some of us may not know how to voice our disagreement without seeking violence.
mhm, mhm.
But you believe in the cause,
Exactly.
and you want to show your support, and you're
Mm,
doing it without violence. When we
mm.
passed yesterday, they were just standing there
That's
talking
right.
to people, communicating with the individuals that are walking by, going to walk in, or coming walking out. They were just having a conversation,
Mm,
and with these conversations that we can make informed decisions, because we know
mm,
something more that we didn't know before. It's a jigsaw.
mm,
You've got the corner piece of the jigsaw, but what does the centerpiece look like? You don't know. But someone gives you the hint and the tip, then you can make a decision. If you choose to go in there afterwards, they're not going to stop you.
mm.
I know yesterday we spoke, and one of the brothers spoke about back in the day when you had a picket line, you wouldn't cross the picket line. And
That's right.
sometimes
Yeah.
you wouldn't cross through
Prophet
fear.
Munsell, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes you wouldn't cross through fear. And sometimes you
Mm,
wouldn't cross through reprisals,
mm,
organized reprisals. And sometimes you wouldn't cross because you believed in the cause.
mm,
Within that spectrum, you'd be anywhere on that spectrum. So treat it in exactly the same way in terms of those who are considering to get up and go and to stand out there today.
mm, mm. I tell you, there are so many of us, right, who are conflicted in how
Mm-hmm.
they actually um how they are being viewed at this time. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right. But the thing is that we can't be allowing ourselves, right, to be in fear,
Mm,
right? Because
mm,
I'm not saying this in a thing of that. Oh, we need to be brave and uh, you know that we need to be brave and just put ourselves out there on the front line. So, right, we can't be doing that either, right? Mainly because, right, is that we have to be sensible with this, and plus, if we're looking to operate at a different level now, the newer level, right, the newer level, right, is that we are able to actually have a non-confrontational dialogue. Yeah, that's the newer level, right? So therefore, for us to actually put ourselves out there like that, right, is a must again. It's a must again, right? I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised, and I was kind of upset. I was kind of upset, but I didn't show it at the time. Mainly because if I did, I probably would have allowed my emotions to go forward, and it would, and I probably would have behaved in a certain way that would have been conflictory to what I'm talking about, right? But even though I'm admitting this right here, right now, right, it does not mean, and it does not distract from the fact that we have the responsibility to actually say, look, enough is enough now, right? Enough is enough, right? Because for us especially, right, we need to stand up and need to be putting ourselves out there. This is why we're bringing information. This is why we're sharing our what then call it now? This is why we're sharing our advice of how we see that we can move forward. Why do we do this every day? Why are we doing this research every day? Why are we living this lifestyle that we're living? By setting an example for others. Yeah.
So I wouldn't use the word advice. I would say thoughts. And then it's up to our family that are listening to make their decision based on their circumstance. Because we're not here as the parent talking to children. We're not here as the infinite knowledge and wisdom. We are here sharing our thoughts, and we've broken down our thoughts for ourselves, and we recognize that it's worked for us. There are things that we've done in the past that we would do differently. And we always say, with hindsight, would you do yada, yada, yada? And we can all turn around and say, with hindsight, we do yada, yada, yada. So let's share what we now, with the hindsight we have here today, a different modus operandi, connecting conversation, behavior than we may have done in the past. And may have been nothing. So let's do something.
There's too much. There's a lot of things that we need to look at right now, right? And I would say that even though I'm holding back. Let's say I'm holding back, right? But it doesn't mean say that I am finished with what we have done yet. Yeah? Because we really do need to be aware of all that we are participating in, right? And to make it be a positive movement as well. Yeah.
And that's the key, because that actually helps them on different levels, and it helps those who wish to be the saboteur on a different level. because of how we are approaching the situation.
Mm.
And as you said, you're not finished unless you're preparing to go 6 feet under. You're not finished. That's the only time when
Yeah,
the game's up. This
yeah.
game of life.
Not today, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Not today.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say that. Not today, anyway. You know. So I'm just putting it out there. But it's not today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Great to see you. Great to see you on this rising. Yeah. Right. Actually, I saying seeing you. If you wish to see us and view us, right, we are live on the Facebook, right, on the Blacknificent Radio Show, also Galaxy of We on the Facebook, and also the Blacknificent on the YouTube as well. Lines are open 02 03-289-6504. Text lines are open, and I know you like to fizzy and dizzy on your phone, them, right? So you can text us or WhatsApp us on 079 47479 219. Let me give it that again. 079 47479 219. So, so they're saying grand risings to one and all. What's on your mind, my sister? What's on your mind?
So it's just you've just shared the contact details. So if there is anything happening within the community, I'd encourage those just to send in. Share if there is something happening in terms of an event or a show or a play or a market, whether it's with our young people or elders or anyone in between, I would encourage you just to share it. Let's take an opportunity on the times when we meet on a Friday to share what's happening over the weekend. A, to drum up interest, but B, also to give us opportunities of meeting and connecting with other souls that we may not have initially known or understood.
Exactly. I want to give out also a special support message, right? Or my support to those who the management of the Flower of Kent, right? I know said that they went to the court proceedings yesterday to see if they could extend their licensee. Unfortunately, they were unsuccessful, right? So obviously the imminent future of that premises there shall be changing, right? So, but I give my appreciation for all that they have done for us, right, as a community, right, and as individuals as well, because they are my personal friends as well. So I'm just giving that support there. So in the near future, you may hear say that they're going to be closing down or whatever. But let's give our support. Let's give our support for those who are actually out there doing the work on the front line as well. Because it's not many places are left for us together as a community, and they support us as a community in that way. So there ain't not many places there. So but anyhow, I saw life go right now. Anyhow, hey boy, I tell you, this is what we have to face up to right now. Never mind. Yes. Anyhow, so right, we've got Dr. Oliver who'll be up here at the top of the hour, right, along with our brother Alkaline as well. All right, so we have a health factors and health conversations on there. Yeah. Right. And as our sister Sandra is saying, we're encouraging you all to come and to share what is happening with you in the community, right? for us to see what we can do. And as I said, with that time, the demonstration is still active down there on the front line on Peckham there, right? I know that there was one up in the Brixton as well, Brixton area, you know. But then again, that's what it takes for us to make our presence felt, to make our presence felt, you know. We have to be putting ourselves out there, right? And as I said, our brother and sister who was physically attacked, right? We send some healing vibes for them as well, right? And all that. So I've got the text line right here. Let me see. Let me see. No, that's right. That's one from yesterday. That's a message from yesterday. Anyhow, so yes, so we are here again. Yes, my sister, go ahead.
No, it's like we say, Grand Rising. We're looking forward to the next few days. A number of us will work in a 5-day week. We'll have the next 2 days off. So the question I'd ask is, what are you doing with your 2 days? Are you catching up with friends and family? Are you going out and spending?
Spending?
Yes, spending.
What's that? What is that?
We already know that pounds don't stay long in our pockets. The question is, are you going to be spending amongst your own within your own community, or are you going to be spending in someone else's community? Some things we can't help, but sometimes we're our own worst enemy. And I was having a conversation with British Gas engineer, and we were just talking in general, and there was 2 things that he said. A, when he has the opportunity, he will go and support his own. And then we were talking about Jamaica and how challenging it is for some of the bigger works to be done, like a road to be built or a bridge to be built and constructed, houses to be built, etc., etc. And he was talking about the brain drain, and whether or not that had any impact in relation to who is left in Jamaica. Have we made, or have we encouraged our friends and family, whether they be in the Caribbean or the Africas, to become dependent on us? Whereby, I know yesterday we were talking about the young people not being keen to do the planting and to raise the goats and the chicken and stuff, yada yada. They were more keen to go into the offices. And it's a question that I'd just like to just put out there. Has there been a brain drain in the Caribbean and the Africas, which has resulted in large parts of the economy not being able to do for themselves? Or if they do it really badly.
This was a question that was raised up a few years ago, actually. And very, very, because like I was in conversation with my brother, directly from Jamaica again, and at the time there was a obviously big push from China and the Americas to offer like college and university scholarships for those who excelled in their academics, you know, and obviously they're having the opportunity to go to those places to do or to further their education, right? Gave the opportunity to actually move from the education into the work environment in those places, yeah. And obviously, because of like how Jamaica is set up, that the opportunities of earning a good level of income, right, was more one of the factors as well. But also remembering that there was what we were speaking of is that all those who were actually left behind, and it's not that they weren't any different than any of those high achieving academics or academias, right, or those high performing academias at the time. They were no different. It's only that they probably weren't the cream of the cream, but they still were the cream. Yeah. And then we developed that conversation of well, what is happening for those who are doing well, right? And yet they were still in most of the majority of the cases, as we were looking through that, right, they were all looking for a way of how they could earn enough to actually get away from Jamaica. And yet their families would be encouraging them to do that, right? And then obviously doing that seems to like undermine the structure of Jamaica itself and the Caribbean, right? Because who is there to bolster the society of Jamaica if all of the high performers are leaving from there and not really contributing to what Jamaica could be or the islands could be? Yeah. And then that this was the dilemma that we were facing. And yet and then the other side of that is that when we looked at the achievements of a lot of the Jamaicans academics over there, they were leaders in their industries of their choice, right? So can you imagine if that was targeted and focused on what was capable within Jamaica itself? Yeah. Or I know I keep saying Jamaica, but like, you know, the islands as well, right? And how far they could develop. Because imagine now each year you've got the influx of like 5,000 or 10,000 new brains, new impetus on betterment, development, right? That's like a whole army right there, sir. Over a period of 10 years or a decade, that's 100,000, right? New people there pushing forward the entire islands. Yeah. And if they're all focused and they could move in unification, right? That would be a mighty, tremendous force in itself. Yeah. So therefore, you must really appreciate what your contribution can be and should be, right? And it's not even to say that, like as we are saying, we don't have no retirement. There's no retirement age, right? We have to push until our eyes close. Keep going.
Yeah.
Right? There's no such thing as unemployment. Right? You make yourself useful. Yeah, make yourself useful. Yeah. Okay. So in that way there, you just have to just keep moving. Yeah. Right. Every day make a purpose of your day. Yeah. Make a purpose of your day. You understand? If you're not serving yourself, serve somebody else then. Yeah.
There's an echo.
Say again.
There's an echo.
An echo.
yeah, there looked like it sounded like there was going to be an echo. But no,
Okay.
I love that thought in terms of if you're not serving yourself, be prepared to serve and help somebody else. So when
Mm,
we think about that thing called freedom,
mm,
you don't get it on your own,
mm,
and you won't achieve it on your own. And it makes it harder to achieve it if you're thinking about doing it on your own, because wherever
mm,
you go with your idea, you're going to need the support and services of others. Whether or not you stay in the UK, you go to the Caribbean, or you go into the Africas, any one of the continents, any one of the countries within Africa,
mm,
you will need someone else. So when you're plotting and planning your freedom journey, and
mm,
those in the Caribbean, some of them are plotting and getting their education, like you say, and they're not going back or
mm,
choosing not to go back straight away.
mm.
Would I want it to be different? Yeah. But their journey is their journey, and I don't know where their mind or their head is at.
Mm,
But for those who are consciously on that freedom road,
mm,
consciously thinking about what they will do for not just themselves, but their community and
mm,
or
mm,
wide,
mm,
there are opportunities and there are things that can be done.
mm.
And
Yeah, yeah. We got a message from Verona saying that she agreed with what we were just saying, right? And go for stuff and go sit down. You know, it's true. It's true. It's you know what can you what is the point of that? What is the point of that? And the thing is, unfortunately, the society makes you feel like that, right? Life in if you follow like a lot of these systems over here, they say, oh boy, you know, if you're not working for somebody else,
mm,
then you are useless,
mm,
right?
mm, mm,
I one of the examples I always I had, right, and it was shown to me by a brother, right? I won't mention his name at this time, right?
mm,
But he went through a spate of just he was finding work, and it was like contract work, you know,
mm,
and he was doing like 6 months, 3 months, 6 months contracts and things like this, you know.
mm,
Although the initial financial reward was very good, right? But obviously, if that is not consistent, then you know it kind of like the pros and cons of having contract work, right? But he went through a period of where he was out of work for nearly a year and a half,
mm,
right? A year and a half. And what he did, he said, right, he goes, I'm going to start working for myself,
mm,
right?
mm,
So what he did was that he got up at 6 a.m.,
mm,
right?
mm,
Had his breakfast and everything. And then he said, I got dressed like I was going to work,
mm,
right? Got dressed. And then he said that my job was to find a job,
mm,
right?
mm,
So he work on like his CV and everything else, and then he just work through go through as many applications as he could, right?
mm,
Right up until 12 o'clock. Then he'll break for lunch,
mm,
right? And then
mm,
he'll come back, and then he work till 4 o'clock,
mm,
right? And then
mm,
he finish and
mm,
work for the day.
mm,
And
mm,
he did that for a period of probably about 5 to 6 months straight.
mm, mm,
And of course, he got various other contracts in between. And because like the nature of his job, he was able to work from home,
mm,
right?
mm,
But he did stop applying for other jobs while he was doing these other works,
mm, mm,
right? So he was able to transition
mm,
from one to
mm,
another,
mm,
right? With more ease type
mm,
of thing. And what he explained is that he had to put more quality time into him than what he was doing for the workplace itself. He said that when like, obviously within the workplace, people would go in there and they would literally work for like 2-3 hours for the whole day. But he would be there working for the entire time, right? Completing the work within hours, but he was utilizing the rest of the time to work for himself. Yeah. And this is the thing. This is the thing. Is that if he didn't put that time in, he would have just be there ambling around chatting about whatever as you know, like the office culture can be, right? The coffee machine crew and all them things there, right? And then obviously because of his work ethic, as what they saw, they saw that the production that he was doing was higher than everybody else's, but they didn't reward him. And that, like, you know, say, okay, then you brought in this amount of business into things. So they were putting other people in for promotion over him. So he was able to say, okay, no problem. And then he given his notice, and they said, well, why are you doing that? And he goes, well, I'm bringing in all this money or this income into the business, but obviously you're not appreciating it, so I'm going to somewhere else. Yeah? And that's what he did, right? And then like he changed the industry that he was working in, right? But in that way there, he valued himself. He learned how to value himself and his work ethic, right? Rather than allowing others to dictate to him his value. Yeah. So we have to, and this is the reason. This is another thing, is that we never stop. We never stop, or never get out of that habit of stopping. It's like education. Life moves on. Life moves on. We have to keep up. We have to keep up. I know that there are some of us who are, as they say, technophobes. But life is incorporating all of this technology now, right? It's only the other day that I just said, boy, I gave into this thing of ChatGPT? Yeah, right. I gave into that and trying there. Let me tell you something. That is a dangerous and powerful thing. I know. Go ahead.
I'd say take out the word dangerous.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but boy, it frightened me. The ease, right? And also the way how it was able to interpret a lot of my questions. Right, it seemed like it was reading my subconscious as well at the same time. Yeah. So you know,
a couple of things you mentioned in terms of the brother who was working on himself, and it's only as you work on yourself, or when you work on yourself, then there'll be changes externally. Changes aren't going to happen externally unless you do something. And a basic principle: if you don't put up the umbrella, then you go out there, you will get wet. If you choose not to put up the umbrella, you're going to get wet if it's raining, because externally there's things you can do to help yourself, and sometimes we choose because we are in fear of doing for ourselves. So it's beautiful, the fact that the brother was prepared to wake up on a morning and have that discipline, because to be fair, sometimes it's easier to turn over, but once you have that mental discipline and you have that mental diet, then you will do what you need to do in order to progress and to move on and to move out of a situation that is no longer serving you. So there's that. You then spoke about from an education system, and I know yesterday the sister was saying how imbalanced the education system is with our young people, or with people in general who may or may not look like us. My perception is, whilst we're in that education system, as elders, parents, guardians, you need to be putting in. If you see that that fire is not being stoked, then you have a responsibility to stoke that fire. Fine, fair enough. The young person goes through the education system, they come out with whatever they come out with. It does not then mean that that education that they are going through stops. So there's still a responsibility for those around them to keep stoking that fire, whereby they can do that self-learning. They can take the opportunities to build their internal knowledge and skills, so that they can then start to affect the world around them and what they attract to themselves. So then you speak about ChatGPT. So what thought just came to my mind, ChatGPT is the evolution of the old. Do you remember when you used to have the old encyclopedias? So I know in our household we had a whole set. We didn't get the Britannica because that was the expensive one, but my mum got the one next to that one. Can't remember the name, but they were brown and there were 20 of them, and you'd open the pages, and I'd love opening the pages and looking at the detail and the information inside. So we moved from the old encyclopedias to our friend called Google or any of the other search engines that would give you a piece. So ChatGPT and there are lots of AIs out there. There are over 240 different, still counting, AIs out there that look at different things. So I would encourage any of our brothers and sisters out there that if you can get onto programs whereby you start to tap into that knowledge, do it. It's not going to take over what you can do, because as a human being, you bring that je ne sais quoi, you bring that something, you bring that secret sauce to any conversation or any situation. But the secret sauce tastes a hell of a lot nicer when you can find the information at your fingertips quickly. So that when you're having those conversations or when you're working on yourself, you can do it from a space of confidence, or you're not doing it from a space of fear. So fear is the thing that paralyzes many of us, brothers and sisters, from jumping out of bed in the morning, from going forward and taking on that challenge, because our ego and our mindset has already talked us out of it. It's already destroyed our or broken down our ability just to run through that negative self-talk and to keep it moving.
So true, man. Because like this is the thing. We can easily fall into the trap of entrapping ourselves, right, into a corner, right. And as I said, I've been blessed to have some brilliant people around me, you know, just to ease my journey, you know. Every now and then, you know, like when you're playing that game there, pinball, right? And then you just get the buffer, and you just boom, push you left, right, but it keeps you moving. It keeps you moving, you know, when you get the ball and it's going against the buffer. Them, you know, I've been blessed to have them type of people around me. So, you know, just keep me just moving every now and then when I just feel say, why, you know what? Let me just ease out of this thing here now. And they say, no, boom, you're back in it, back in the game.
And that's a beautiful way of looking at it, in terms of you being blessed with people around you who can keep you in the game, because it's easy, and our subconscious, our ego, will tell us to sit down in the corner, fold her arms, and say, "What am I? I can't do. I can't." When there is such a word as, I'm trying, and all you're just doing is giving yourself a get out of jail free card, because when it doesn't succeed, you said, well, at least I tried. Trying in some languages does not exist, because
do it.
we limit ourselves and we use that as an excuse. So in having the people around you, that's the universe saying, you know what? I can see what you've done. I can hear what you've done. So I'm going to put someone in your path that if you're serious, the connection will be made, because you're moving both on the same frequency. But if you're not serious, the connection will be lost. But the universe will quite happily provide us with everything that we need. The question is, are we man enough, woman enough, brother enough, sister enough in order to take it?
Exactly.
Will we not fear just?
Well, one of the things, I mean, like this is the reason why, I encourage those who are possibly, in that state of like, we're just going through the motions. Yeah. This is why we need to have this, have that morning meditation time, right? To have those, I encourage all to do that, everybody to do that. Live your life with purpose. Yeah. Take that moment to just stop, analyze, and then execute. Yeah. Right. Put it into perspective. This is what I have to achieve. That some of us have lists. Yeah. List of things that we have to achieve, what we want to do or what to achieve. Right. Just take your time, break it down, and you'll be surprised how easy it is when you focus your intentions to actually achieve something. It's like a few days ago, right? And I can hold my hands up to it as well, right? That I had to kick myself into motion, right? So instead of like staying in the doldrums of boy, you know what, I've got to do this reading here and all that, but I wasn't feeling to do it. I wasn't feeling to do it. So I said, let me just do something else. So, I would go for like a walk, a power walk or something like this, right? And then I said, well, boy, they're doing a demonstration down the road. Let me go down there for a few hours. You understand? Right? So I'll go down there. And then like the inspiration of others who were there, right? It boosts my energy, boost my energy, because I'm with others down there as well. So we can all do for others as much as we are doing for them as well. So so people please don't underestimate who you are and what your capabilities are. Galaxy family, for strength to you. Let me just have a little few minutes break, and we'll be right back. The lines are open. Right? On 0203-289-6504. If you want to join us on text, right? 079-47-479-219. I haven't played this for a long while. Let me just play this one. Beautiful.
First, let me say to you, I cannot wait to see you. You are the treasure I've been waiting for. Do you know how much I really need you? I dey pray for the day when I can finally kiss you. You know, say everything I pray for you. Oh, in my heart, there's a permanent place for you. That's why my heart is a beat like do. Cause now you are true, so I am baby, I know. I sing for you, wanna be like you do. Baby, now you are go because I am baby, I know. What there we go. See, I may not give the word to you, but I'll give you what I have. Oh, baby, oh, you are my angel. Could you relate me? Shabby, you know, say every day I pray for you. Oh, in my heart, so there's a perfect place for you. That's why my heart is a beat like do. Cause now you are true, so I am happy. I sing for you, wanna be like do. Baby, now you are go because I am happy. Only for you, it'll be like I sing for you, my baby, oh, baby, oh. Do, I do, baby, see me now.
Quote me, innit?
So whilst you're finishing chomping away, it's something that I'm reading at the moment, and it talks about success. So just a couple of words that I'll read. Which two among wise men define success in the same words? Yet failure is always described but one way. Failure is man's inability to reach his goals in life, whatever they may be. In truth, the only difference between those who have failed and those who have succeeded lies in the difference of their habits. Good habits are the key to all success. Bad habits are the unlocked door to failure. So it goes back to that conversation in terms of you talking about that gentleman and him waking up and getting into those good habits of which led to his and will lead him to success. The same way that you say that you find yourself being surrounded by individuals who, on that pinball machine, they give you that additional encouragement. They give you that additional something that encourages you just to keep going. The other day you shared in terms of what was going on in your head, but you didn't allow that to keep you where you were. You got up, you left the home, and you went and you met and you conversed with people. So that's a habit, and that's a good habit, and that's not allowing the negative self-talk and or the fear within that negative self-talk to keep you down or to keep you in a state of behind the unlocked door of success.
Here we go. Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. Where are you finding these pieces from?
Well, that's from O.G. Mandingo, the greatest salesman in the world. So you can achieve you can change your life with the principles, wisdoms of the ancient scrolls handed down for thousands of years. But it's only a little book, but there's a lot in there.
Mm-hmm. Right. I'm just looking onto our system here, right? Now, I'm just putting it out there, right? That the WhatsApp, right, has been blocked, right, by WhatsApp itself, saying that the content that we are sharing, community news, right, is inappropriate for what WhatsApp is. right? So therefore, you know that we're being seen and watched and targeted in one way or another, right? So for now, the WhatsApp is down, okay, but the text lines are still open, right? So 07947479219 on the text lines, okay, okay. So you can still get in contact with us, right? And then we can move forward and up. Okay,
Mhm.
right
Mhm.
then. Oh boy, I tell you, we're really getting it battered left, right, and center, innit? We have to learn how to defend that wicket, there, man.
So I sent you something in terms of Penguin, and I know we were speaking about the brother who recently
Mm-hmm.
provided such
Password.
entertainment for so many of us
Mm-hmm.
over the years, has transitioned. So
Is,
yeah,
is that on there?
I'm not sure if you're. I've not
Yeah.
watched it, but I can imagine it may provide a smile for those who are
Mm-hmm.
about to start their day's work and or leaving to start their day's work. Is it not playing or picking up?
Mm. Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen him a few times. I've seen him a few times. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Penguin. I tell you, still bring a smile to my face, man. Still bring a smile to my face. But still, you know, anyhow, you know what? Peace be his journey. Peace be his journey. You know, you know that he lost his sight in the last few years
Mm,
as
mm,
well. You know,
mm,
so boy, I tell you, the journey that most of us have to face. You know,
mhm,
it's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard,
mm,
right? As I said, the WhatsApp line is down, but the text line is still active, right? So that's on
mhm,
07947479219, and
mhm.
obviously the line is open. Actually, we're in the last 10 minutes of the program. This strong here as well. So you know,
Mm,
all those who are up and about, your time
mhm,
now. Your time now, right?
Mhm.
At the top of the hour, we shall be turning over to Dr. Oliver. I don't know where him there in the world right now, because last song he was in France, Française, right? And then I know that he was through America and then through Africa and all them places there. So he's on his world tours and everything, you know.
Mhm.
See where he's touching down. It seems like where he's touching down, there's he leaves a wake of destruction behind. A joke we have still, you know. A joke we have
He will take it as a joke. He will take it as a joke.
I hope
He will
so.
take-
I hope so. You know, some man they go, Oh boy. Anyhow. We have to take serious thing and make joke out of it still, you know, sometimes.
Mhm.
As I say, there's autonomous weathers was coming, right? We here in the south are not expecting those winds and those excessive rains that they've been talking about in the news and everything. We're not expecting that. Okay. Yes, we will be having rain and things, but not to the extent of what like we're not getting to the floods. We're not getting the floods or the Noah type floods. What everybody is expecting. We're not getting that. We'll probably get some light breeze or whatever, but nothing like how they're anticipating how it's going to be up in the north. And this when I say up north, this is between like on the Scottish border and all them things there, up there, so right. If there are any listeners up in them areas there, right, please take the right precautions, get you out the way, and get your family and everything into a safe place, please. Don't be the brave one up there. God will look after me, and God is telling you now, get out of the way. Yeah. All right. Simple as
You may want to capture the force of nature, but do it. Be careful, because we don't. Sometimes we are moving so fast that we don't appreciate nature. So I'd say, why wait until it gets to a point whereby it can become dangerous? We can appreciate nature when the sun's shining, or we've just got a little pitter patter of rain.
Yeah.
But if we do there, be careful.
We don't need no TikTok video upon that Rockstone. Let that go on about itself, yeah. Okay, right. Any last words, my sister?
No, I would just say enjoy your the next 2 days in any how that you're choosing to do that, whether you're going to be meeting up with family, friends, or you're just going to go out there, go onto the picket line, go and stand out and show the solidarity with your brothers and sisters. You're going to go out there and you're going to spend some money in the Black community, a Black-owned business, whatever it is that you choose to do. Make it a conscious decision, and always be prepared to work on yourself internally to get the external rewards.
Yes, I want to play out with an excerpt from the recent Black Father Support Group event down there, and this an excerpt from brother Patrick Augustus, right, and his steel pan playing as well, you know. I forget the next person who was with him, you know, but you know, I have to apologize for that as well, you know. But anyhow, I would like to play out for this program here, and also again I am giving out some healing vibes to our sister Liz and the brother who also was attacked down there, which is crazy, crazy, you know. And then, you know, when you think about it, these are senior citizens that people are attacking, you know.
mm,
This
mm,
is how low.
mm,
This is how low that these people are going for.
mm,
Crazy
mm,
madness. Madness.
mm,
This is how they want. This is how they want to come with themselves. But
mm,
still, you know what? We're still frontline warriors. Simple as that.
mhm, mhm.
Until the next time we meet and our paths cross again, have a peaceful one, right?
Yep.
Let's live in harmony and let's
Mhm,
link up with those who we don't see for a while. Okay.
mhm, mhm.
Peace out, my people. Peace out.
Peace.